A topic that is in the news daily and important to everyone is identity theft. As technology advances, the threats become more complicated. Gone are the days when you could leave your car and house unlocked, and your electronic devices are no different. The number of ways that criminals can take advantage of you are increasing, and the techniques are becoming more sophisticated. Unfortunately, today the question is changing from will your identity be stolen to when will your identity be stolen. It's not time to sell the house and move to a private island. With some diligence and common sense, you can protect yourself. The person most responsible for protecting your information is you. Now before you get upset, I'm not blaming you, just give me a chance to explain. In the beginning, only you have your information, and it's through your actions that is shared with third parties. So what does this mean? Well, you should only give your information to businesses and individuals that you trust. Trust is subjective, so you may consider relying on information from services like the Better Business Bureau to help verify the legitimacy of the request. One of the most common methods used today is creating a sense of urgency. Take, for example, the phone call allegedly from the IRS demanding that you pay your balance immediately or face criminal charges. In fact, the IRS will never contact you by phone, email, or text message to make the initial contact. The intent of the criminal is basically to create a sense of urgency and make you act before you have a chance to think. Another example is receiving an email alleging to be from your bank. It's very convincing. They use the logo and create an email that looks similar to what you would receive from your bank. But in fact, when you click on the link, it will take you to a bogus site that will harvest your information. In these cases, it's safer not to click on the link, but to navigate directly to the bank's website and to review your information there. Realistically, you should only work with businesses you trust. An important consideration is protecting your computer. Your habits while working on your computer can have a huge impact on the safety of your information. There are some simple steps you can take to help protect yourself. Although it is less convenient, one of the biggest impacts can be seen by running as a standard user. By not having administrative privileges, any software or malware that wants to install itself must request your permission first. This is essential when surfing the internet because it is possible to go to a web page that will run a script and install malware without your knowledge. Running security software is essential, although it does give users a false sense of security at times. It is possible to become infected even while running security software. You should be running a firewall. There are two types, software firewall and a hardware firewall. A software firewall is a program that runs on your computer, and a hardware firewall is a device that's between your computer and the internet. Both filter traffic and keep out the unwanted traffic. For sensitive information, file encryption is advisable. It doesn't matter whether it's a free software package or a paid software package. As long as it's from a trusted source, it should be okay. You should allow your software to update itself automatically. This will ensure you get critical patches in a timely manner. While browsing the internet, you should use HTTPS as much as possible. This creates a secure encrypted connection between you and the server on the other end and avoids someone else being able to watch your traffic. When creating passwords, you should use strong passwords, avoiding common words and items that can be guessed easily. You should also consider using different passwords for every website. You may need to use a password manager to help you manage this information. Use secure encryption on your Wi-Fi network. This will keep other people out of your network and computers. Be careful when using public Wi-Fi, especially with things like tax and financial information. Avoid being caught by phishing scams through email and phone calls. Identity theft is running rampant because it works. With some diligence, you can keep your information safe. That's right, it's time to have the talk. No, not that talk. It is essential that you stress the importance of security with every member of the family. You should instruct family members to avoid the urge to click links in emails, open attachments, and disable security software. This is critical when the family shares one computer because it puts everyone at risk. You and your family should avoid oversharing information on social networks. Things like new jobs, new homes, and vacations can send signals to identity thieves and scammers. Things like addresses and phone numbers can be used to gain other information, and broadcasting vacations tells thieves that the house is empty and available. This information is just as important for aging parents as it is for children. In some cases, it's a good idea to monitor bank statements and credit card statements. Scammers and identity thieves will use any means possible, and age is irrelevant. It is advisable to occasionally check the Social Security earnings statement for irregularities. It's also a very good idea to keep an eye on credit reports. You're allowed one free credit report per year. There are 3 credit agencies, so you could spread them out over the course of the year. It's true, this is not a fun topic to discuss, and a lot less interesting than watching cat videos on YouTube, but it is important to protect your financial future. Yes, there is a lot of work involved in keeping yourself out of trouble, but the amount of effort and frustration required once your identity has been stolen will make the work worth it. Make sure to make the topic of security an ongoing discussion within your entire family and be diligent.